Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to a brand new tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to build this tiny little iron farm that works in 1.16.3. Now if you want a so-called tiny iron farm that's 17 by 17, then go and watch somebody else's video. And if you want a really easy to build iron farm that includes loads of redstone and pistons and all kinds of stuff like that, go and watch somebody else's video. But if you want a really tiny iron farm that's easy to build, then stick around and I'll show you how to build one. So to build this iron farm, you're going to need an area that is 4 wide by 6 deep, and you're also going to have to go up 5 blocks, so bear that in mind when you're finding a place to build it. And these are the blocks you're going to need to build it. You're going to need 2 buckets of water, you're going to need 2 buckets of lava. You can get away with 1 bucket of lava, but 2 is better. You're going to need 3 beds, any colour will do. You're going to need a stack of your finest block. It's going to be visible, so make it a nice block. You're going to need half a stack of glass blocks. That's only if you want to look inside and see what the guys are doing in there. Any solid block will do. You're going to need 24 walls. You're going to need 4 signs. You're going to need 4 pumpkins or another illuminator block. The glowstone or sea lanterns will do. This is just to stop mobs spawning on the inside of your farm and eating your villagers. You're going to need a couple of chests. And you're going to need 8 hoppers. You also need 1 name tag just in case your zombie doesn't have anything in his hand. If he's wearing armor or he's holding anything, you won't have to name tag him, he won't despawn. But if he's not, then you're going to have to name tag him, otherwise he'll disappear when you unload the chunk. And you're also going to need 3 villagers. Now, if you want to build this farm at ground level, which is what I'm going to do here, you need to build this on a platform, a 1 block platform, and you need to spawn proof 7 blocks around the side of the farm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks all the way around the farm need to be carpet or ploughed land or something that's going to stop golems from spawning on it. If you don't, you're just going to get golems spawning outside of your farm. If you want to build this up in the air a little bit and add more storage, just make sure it's 8 blocks off the ground. And if it's 8 blocks off the ground, the golems won't spawn at ground level anyway. So to start with, you want to put down a base that is 4 by 6, and this is very important. Don't build this farm directly on the ground. If you build it directly on the ground, then the villagers, when they're jumping out of the beds, when they're scared and they jump out of the beds, they'll jump outside the farm and they'll run off. So it needs to be on a platform like that to stop them from jumping out of the farm and jumping into a spot where we want them to jump. So build your area 6 by 4 like that, and then you want to pop out that block there. That's the block where your zombie is going to be standing. Now we can go ahead and put down a couple of beds, and we're going to put down 2 beds to start with because we need the villagers to claim a bed. Because of how we're putting the beds in here, and one of the reasons that makes it as small as it is because we've got beds that our beds are going to go in like that, and our villagers are going to stand here. Now if you put all 3 beds down to start with and then put the villagers in the farm, the villager won't be able to claim that bed there. He can't climb over the 2 beds. We're going to put a roof on this where the golems are going to spawn, so he's not able to climb over. So you need the villager to claim that bed first. So you want to start by putting those 2 beds in there at the back of the farm. Just like that. And now we need to find the villagers. So grab yourself 3 villagers and then wait for it to get dark. So we've managed to acquire our 3 villagers. There they are, bless them. Now they don't need trays, they don't need workstations anymore. These guys don't have to work in 1.16.3. So don't worry that there's not a workstation knocking about. They don't need one. They need to sleep and they need to be scared. And that's all they need to do to be able to make a golem. So now we've just got to wait for it to get dark. So miraculously, it's got dark and the guys will claim the beds. He's missed out. So now what you need to do is just put down the 3rd bed. So come to this side where the hole is, where your zombie's going to go, and put your 3rd bed down there. And he's going to jump in it like that. Bless his little cotton socks. So now you've got that. They've allocated themselves the 3 beds. Now, while it's dark, you need to put a wall around them to stop them from getting out. So I'm going to build the entire wall out of glass. So you need to put a wall in like that. We'll leave this open for a second because I want the zombie to go in there. So we'll just move that block in a second. So just put a line of glass all the way around the side like this. Now you want to whip out your chest and you want to put a double chest there. And then put a couple of hoppers leading into that double chest like that. And then go around the front, this side, and you want to put a couple of hoppers leading into those hoppers like that. So the nozzles are pointing forwards. If those nozzles are pointing straight down, the iron isn't going to go anywhere. So make sure the nozzles are pointing into those hoppers. And then you want 2 hoppers on this side pointing into those. And 2 hoppers on this side pointing into those. You might think there's a lot of hoppers there, but you do need them because when the golem drops his iron, if it drops it on a solid block along the top, then you're going to lose it. So and you're not going to be short of iron very soon. So making 8 hoppers isn't going to be too difficult. Then you want to fill the rest of the top up here with a solid block. This is the area where the golem is going to be spawning onto. Like that. So now you should have something that looks like that. Now grab yourself some glowstone or some pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns or sea lanterns or whatever, and you just need to pop out these 4 blocks here. You can pop out just a couple if you want to, and just put a couple of sea lanterns down, or 1 jack-o'-lantern, or you could even put torches on the walls if you want to. But I like symmetry, so I'm going to stick the 4 in there like that, and then lock it back up again. So there's plenty of light in there now, and nothing's going to spawn in there when you're not around. Now take out your walls, your cobblestone walls. You can't use wood unless you use wood that you find in the nether. Then don't use wood for this build. If you do, the lava is going to set it on fire. If fire tick is turned on your server, the lava is going to burn the fences, and you're just going to get lava everywhere. It will be a nightmare. So grab your cobblestone walls and put a wall all the way around the outside of the roof of your farm. You're going to have to crouch as you're going over the hoppers. So now you've got something that looks like that. Now with your walls, put another level on the wall there, and then do 2 walls up the side. Go around the other side and put another 2 walls there like that. Now take out your signs, and you want to put a sign there, and then a sign there, and a sign just there. Signs won't burn in lava. Fence gates will burn in lava. If you want to put fence gates there and you've got your fire ticks turned on, they will catch fire. You'll have lava pouring out over your water. The golems are going to climb out. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. Don't do it. Don't use fence gates unless you're using wood out of the nether. The new wood in 1.16 from the nether, it seems to be fireproof and it won't burn. So you could always use that. So now you should have something that looks like that. Now take out your lava buckets, and you want to put a bucket of lava there and a bucket of lava there like that. And then grab your water, and you want to put water there and there. Now the golem is going to spawn here, and then he's going to flow into the lava. Now the lava will kill a golem in 12 seconds. So even if he spawns all the way up here, you're probably going to kill the golem within 15 seconds. Now the villagers at the bottom won't start calling for a new golem until the old golem has gone. So the quicker you can get him out of the farm, the better. You could use magma blocks down there if you wanted to. You could use, there's all kinds of things you could use. Wither roses, you could use campfires. The new soul campfire will kill the golem in 24 seconds, but everything else will take 48 seconds to kill the golem. So lava is by far and away the best method. So now you should have something that looks like that. So now what you want to do is, and this is very important, you need a block just here. just on that block there, because when the zombie is standing here, he's going to frighten these poor guys. They're going to jump out of beds. Now, villagers will only do one thing at a time. They can only do one thing at a time. So if they're scared, they won't sleep, and they need to be able to sleep to be able to summon a golem. So if they're always scared, they will never sleep. The farm won't work. You need one of these blocks to be safe. They need to feel safe in one of these blocks. And by putting, let me use a solid block to show you. By putting a block there, the golem that's in that hole can't see them. The villager can't see the zombie can't see the villager who's here. The villager can't see the zombie that's there. He feels safe. He can then go to sleep. He jumps into bed. Oh my God, there's a zombie. He'll jump out of bed again. But if this block wasn't here, he'd never get into bed, so the farm won't work. So you need to put 2 solid blocks there. They can be glass. They don't have to be solid. For some reason, zombies and villagers can't see through glass blocks, but there needs to be a block there. So that way, the zombie can't see the villager that stood on that block. As soon as he moves onto that block, they can see each other, and he'll get frightened and he'll run back in here again. And this means that this farm will work all day, every day. As long as the chunk is loaded, this farm will produce golems every 45 seconds. So once you've got that there like that, we can fill that block back in again. And then we need to surround the farm with the non-spawnable blocks. If you don't do this, the golem is going to spawn outside and the farm is going to break. So you need to come out 7 blocks. I think you could probably get away with coming out 6 when I've been testing it. Nothing seems to spawn if you only... nothing seems to spawn if you spawn proof 6 blocks away from the farm. But just go the 1 extra. You know, it's worth it. So now we've done that, we need to get a zombie into the farm. I'm not going to show you how to catch a zombie. Catch them in boats, in minecarts. You could probably just leave this open, and when it's night time you might even get a zombie wandering in here, and then you can block him in. But this is a tutorial on iron farms, not the zombie wrangling, so you're going to have to work that one out for yourself. But we need to get a zombie in that hole there, like that. He's going to frighten these to death. Now this zombie doesn't have anything in his hands, he doesn't have any armor on, so you're going to have to name tag him. So you stick a name tag on him. That means he's no longer going to despawn. You see, the golems are already spawning up there. Block him in. That's that. That's the farm working. Now, as I mentioned, because of the lava, the golem will die within 15 seconds of being spawned. And these guys will call a golem every 30 seconds or so, maybe 35 seconds. So you should get a golem between every 45 and 50 seconds. So to round it up, let's just say we get a golem a minute in this farm. Now, I've done some testing, and inside an hour, I got between 4 and 5 stacks of iron. And for a farm this big, 4 or 5 stacks of iron is absolutely amazing. Come on, tell me this isn't the smallest iron farm you've ever seen. I'm just going to make it daytime so we can see this working during the day. Now you can see down here, that block where he's standing there is the safe block. He's not scared, he can't see the zombie. The minute he walks over to here, he sees a zombie, and they've like a little merry-go-round going on. One is okay, the other 2 are scared. They all push him out of the corner, he gets scared, the other ones are okay. Which is what keeps this working all day, every day. Now, if you ever get to the stage where it stops producing golems, the only reason it will stop doing that is because the villager in there who's allocated to this bed has lost the bed. He's forgotten where it is, doesn't know where it is, and he can't get back to it. So in order to fix that, you need to break this bed at night. You need to do it at night. You need to break this bed so that the villager will allocate himself to the bed in the corner, and then you put this bed back in again. Okay, and that will fix the farm if ever it stops working. Now, if you want to add more stories to this, then you can do. You can put extend the So you can extend the hoppers out a little bit. You can have chests running down the back. If you build this up in the air, you can have as many chests underneath it as you like. If you want to put a sorting system in there to filter out the poppers, you can do that. But in its basic form, that is a tiny, very, very easy to build iron farm. Come on, tell me it's not. So thank you for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the tutorial, don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future tutorials. This is Frilioth with the tiniest Minecraft iron farm ever. And I'm out of here.